Hello everyone, I'm Sophie and I'm currently at Kechara Forest Retreat, Bentong, Malaysia. And I'll be sharing from the book by my guru, His Eminence, the 25th Sam Tuku Rinpoche. This is the book that I'll be reading from, Peace, a compilation of short teachings by Sam Rinpoche. And before I start, I'd like to go to a picture that I feel really represents peace. See all the calm abiding seaside. Right. We will start from, I'll be going to part 1, Peace Begins. And the page is 26. With the people you live with, the real practice right now for all of us is to bring incredible harmony to every single person who comes into contact with us. I want you to be fanatical about yourself, your mind, your relationship with the people you love, and with everyone around you. That is what Dharma is about. Dharma is the love, harmony, and the greater understanding that a wife and a husband feel for each other. It is when there are fewer arguments between a wife and a husband, between cousins, between siblings, between children and their parents. It brings people closer together. Temporarily, Dharma may look like it separates families or takes you away from the people you love. But I promise you that in the end, Dharma will bring everyone closer together. Nothing in the Buddha's teachings talks about breaking people up. Dharma always encourages us to love other people, to forgive our enemies, to live harmoniously with our partners, and to create more peace. It has never ever taught anything else. Please do not think that Buddha does not want people to have families and be together with the people we love. Buddha is not Buddha is not trying to turn everyone into monks and nuns. That may have been the predominant method and practice during Buddha's time, about 2,500 years ago. But the situation and times have now changed. Buddha set forth different teachings for different time periods, which would better suit the people at that particular moment. The 21st century is not a time for monasticism and holding vows. To be a monk or a nun, for those who can and want to do so now, is certainly incredible and beautiful. But the main Buddhist teachings at this time are about creating inner and outer peace, because peace is very important to all of us, within and without. Right now, we may not be able to do anything about things happening on the outside, but we can do something about what is within, here and around us. Today, Dharma is about creating beautiful, harmonious relationships with the people around us, to forgive the wrongs that others have done to us, and to forgive ourselves also for the wrongs we have done. Then we move on to becoming happy, light, carefree individuals who can bring this light to other people. We must realize that everything that we have is only for a very, very short time. And the most important thing in our lives are the people who cares about us. These are the people who have loyally stayed with us and have been by our side through all our bad habits, bad temper, bad words and anger. It is these people who have stayed with us over time who are important. In the end, we might lose everything except these people. We may have had a lot of bad experiences with some of these people, but it does not have to remain this way forever. We can change it. And this change begins with very small steps in whatever you are already doing. It is not something monumental and unachievable. If you have one less argument with your partner, that is Dharma. If you have one less attachment, that is Dharma. If you can control your anger once a day, that is Dharma. If you forgive your partner, that is Dharma. That is what Dharma is. It is about bringing people together. Dharma is about harmony, love, care, and forgiveness. The most important thing we must learn to do is to let go. Each one of us has very strong attachments that have created some form of disharmony within our families, with our husbands, wives, children, friends, or business partners. This disharmony can arise from only a few things, just as illnesses and diseases arise as a result of only a few causes. Generally, if we know the cause of the illness, we can begin to treat it. In the same way, there are only a few things that can cause disharmony within our lives, within our families or with the people we love. Dishonesty, anger towards our partners, and not letting them win an argument. Greed or miserliness. It could be because we constantly take advantage of our partners or make them pay and take care of us, and we don't even know it. We need to really look back at our lives and ask ourselves, what is left for us? Just death, and perhaps a few people around us who will support us, love us, and take care of us. What we need to do now is to start doing what we found difficult to do with our partners and friends before. For example, if you have been having arguments with your wife, you should stop thinking, why is my wife like that? And start to think instead, why do I react to my wife like that? And let go and change yourself. After all, your wife is not going to be a Buddha overnight. For now, it would be unhelpful for us to talk about world peace, karma, enlightenment, future lives, etc. Instead, we should just talk about right now and how much harmony we can bring into our lives and our families. If we are going to pray for and benefit the world, we should begin with the people we live with. We should treasure the people who we are with. I have given you the example of a wife or husband, but you can apply that same teaching to children. Children should apply that teaching to their parents and siblings. Stop sitting there belly aching and complaining about what you do not have. You may never have it for the rest of your life. So do you want to spend the rest of your life complaining about not having it? Or learn to accept it and make others around you happy? We should stop complaining about our partners, friends, children, and life. We should stop sitting there waiting to cash in on a huge fortune and then move on with life. We might never get what we want for the rest of our lives, but we need to keep what we already have now. Stop looking for money. Stop looking for the windfall. Stop looking for the other person to change. Stop looking for outer transformation. Look inside and transform immediately. Change yourself, not them. By accepting who they are, it is transformation. Sometimes we may be surprised by what we get back. When we change, they also change, without us even expecting it. Gifts do not necessarily have to be material. Sometimes living peacefully with our partners, friends, and family, and not screaming and fighting, is a gift in itself. If we can pass one day and 1 week without fighting and shouting, and without disharmony, that is a big gift. We must not wait for the other person to start. We have to start. And please do not think that it ends once you have bought a bouquet of flowers for your spouse and done your part. Your effort to bring harmony to your family has to be continuous. You know what you are inside. You know your own good points, which are many, and you know your few flaws. Start Dharma practice today by transforming your few flaws. It is to stop being cold, calculative, and angry, and to stop holding on to the past. It is to begin to forgive, to let go of envy and expectations, and to stop blaming and pointing fingers at others. I'm not asking you to chant more or recite more prayers and mantras. I'm asking you to practice real life Dharma. The real practice right now for all of us is to bring incredible harmony and love into our families and to every single person who comes into contact with us. Start here. Our ability and motivation to create harmony does not come from some mythical sign, like Buddha appearing in a dream. To us, the motivation comes from knowing that life is very short and we have already made a lot of mistakes. It comes from an awareness of our own shortcomings and knowing that if we let them continue, they will only become stronger and bigger. However, when we face and overcome those shortcomings, and when we are nice to people regardless of whether they are nice to us, that is Dharma. So that ends the first chapter and my sharing with you. So before I go, I'd like to share with you an exciting event that we'll be having at Kechara Forest Retreat for the very first time. This is the celebration of Dorje Shugden Day. And this is an international celebration day that has been agreed upon by the International Society of Dorje Shugden. And here in Malaysia, we are celebrating this day on the 24th of August, Saturday, 4 p.m. to 9 p.m. at Kechara Forest Retreat, Bentong. So on this day, we'll be having the prayer flag puja, the Lasang smoke offering puja, and Genze increasing fire puja. And so the program starts at 4 p.m., which is the prayer flag puja and Lasang smoke offering ritual. At 5:30 p.m., there's the free vegetarian dinner. At 6:30 p.m., the Genze increasing fire puja. At 9 p.m., the event ends. So what is the offering of prayer flags? It is an ancient Tibetan cultural tradition that brings positive energy, happiness, and peace. And it carries prayers and blessings on the winds. And the smoke offering ritual calls upon Dorje Shugden for protection, assistance, blessings, and the fulfillment of wishes. So the Genze increasing fire puja is beneficial for the growth of wealth and finances, for the increase of resources, for extending lifespan, and ultimately for the increase of merits and blessings. So these are three great events that we'll be having on the Dorje Shugden Day on the 24th August. So collectively, these three pujas are celebration of Dorje Shugden's blessings and are highly beneficial for all sponsors and attendees. So for more information, please do visit kecharaforestretreat.com/Dorje Shugden Day. And of course, as any events that we have, if you do sponsor the event, just imagine the merits, that you would gain from the sponsorship, as the blessings and the benefits of it, are shared amongst so many people and beings that's around. So do, if possible, sponsor the events within your means and gain the merits in dedication. And that is on the 24th of August. So remember to free your day and do join us, for it is the very, very first time we'll be celebrating it in Malaysia, Kechara Forest Retreat, Bentong. So with that, I will end my sharing session for today. And thank you very much for sharing your time with me. And I will end it with the completion dedication in Tibetan. Jangjup Sencho Rinpoche, Mage Panam Geyushi, Ke Panam Pame Payang, Gone Gondo Pewasho, Tony Toa Rinpoche, Mage Panam Geyushi, Ke Panam Pame Payang, Gone Gondo Pewasho, Taso Jini Sapagi Wadi, Tandan Troa Gunaga Padang, Jepa Jesu no Santrapa, Tamping Importing to Sa, Se Sho, Ke Wakuntu Yanda Lamada, Drami Choki Pala Loncho Ching, Sadam Langi Yaterazone, Doji Changi Opanga to So, Gewadi, Yududa, Lamasang Yuduyone, Drewachika Malupa, De Salago Pashu, Joki Gapusunga Pa, Josunapa Pewala, Geki Samasiwada, Tungi Malu Sawasho, Dadam Songi de Sundan, Drewa Songi Latin, Gewala Santrapai, Tampayo Riva, Gyushi, Ni Modeles and Dele, Ni Migunyan Deleshi. Nisentato della Pel, Concho Songi Jingilo, Concho Songi Ngodruso, Concho Songi Trasi, Sho, Jesunama, Kusin Rapting Ching, Nam Katrini Chochuke Pada, Lossam Tempe Dromi Subsongi, Droy, Mensato Ni Yushi, Gawe Rawe Coition Come Dem, Pendandel Malu Ni, Sharon Z, 110 Gatsoi, Shape Shiri Padu Deng Yushi. Home, Tomping Otro Malupa, then the Dallas del Duso, Kodan Dempa Long Shot, keep a sushi shokten cell. Thank you again for sharing your time with me, and I do hope that you join me again for my next session. See you. Bye-bye. And remember, join us for the 24th of August for the Doje Shukden Day in celebration at Kechara Forest Retreat, Bentong.